The review kicks off with sweeping 4K shots showcasing the Ferrari 488 Pista's aggressive yet elegant lines. From the get-go, it's clear this isn't your everyday GTB, it's a laser-focused performance machine engineered for the track. The host highlights how Ferrari siphoned racetrack DNA directly into the Pista, merging raw power with sculpted aerodynamics. Striking exterior design. Track-inspired aerodynamics. The Pista introduces a highly functional aero package. Pronounced front splitters, hood vents, and underbody vortex generators sculpt airflow to generate increased downforce, about 20% more than the standard 488 GTB. The video highlights air sweeping through front ducts and exiting via hood outlets, visible detail by detail thanks to terrific cinematography. Rear wrapping in performance. At the rear, the diffuser appears menacing and purposeful. Its larger design, borrowed from the racing spec 488 GTE, collaborates with quad exhausts and a carbon dovetail spoiler to channel high-speed air with precision, bolstering stability and road grip. Carbon fiber across the body. The exterior flaunts lightweight carbon fiber panels, hood, bumpers, Audi-style rear spoiler and optional 20 carbon rims. The video notes a curb weight roughly 90 kilograms lighter than the GTB, tipping scales around 1,385 kilograms dry. Potent powertrain. Twin turbocharged V8. Center stage of the review is the engine, a 3.9L twin turbocharged V8 derived directly from the 488 Challenge race car. It produces 720 PS at 8,000 RPM and 770 Nm torque at 3,000 RPM, an impressive bump over the GTB's 670 PS. The video explores internals, stronger pistons, forged titanium rods, upgraded camshafts, larger intercoolers, and in-canal exhaust manifolds. The result: sharp throttle response, faster spooling, and a character almost akin to a naturally aspirated unit, a high praise in today's turbo world. Gearbox and drive systems. Paired with a 7-speed F1 dual-clutch transmission, Pista boasts lightning-fast shift times, around 30 milliseconds in race mode. Electronic systems include eDiff3, F-Track traction control, and magnetorheological suspension. The Ferrari Dynamic Enhancer, FDE, fine-tunes brake bias through cornering, making it user-friendly even at high lateral GS. Performance and handling. Explosive acceleration. The review covers performance numbers: 0100 km/h in roughly 2.85 s, 0200 km/h in 7.6 s, and a top speed exceeding 340 km per hour. The host emphasizes the terrifying immediacy of power when you stab the throttle, complete with glorious turbo spool and bark from the quad pipes. Corner carving. On winding roads, the Pista demonstrates razor-sharp steering, phenomenal grip, and intimate chassis feedback thanks to the tuned aerodynamics and sticky Michelin Cup 2 tires. While its ride feels firm, engaging, bumpy road, softened suspension just enough for daily driving, without sacrificing track prowess. Acoustic experience. Perhaps the most sensory-rich part of the video is the sound profile. With multiple exterior and cabin mics, it captures the low rumble of the in-canal exhaust at idle, the sweet bark at mid-revs, and the wailing crescendo near redline. These transitions, from low-end torque to high-strung roar, are highlighted as an audio tour de force, delivering visceral feedback that electrics can't compete with. Interior and driving environment. Lightweight, driver-focused cabin. Inside, the Pista interior is stripped back for performance. Carbon fiber and Alcantara dominate. Recaro-style racing seats, optional. Minimal padding and blacked-out trims spotlight the car's track emphasis. Manettino switch sits center on the steering wheel, letting drivers toggle driving modes: wet, sport, race, and ESC off. The video spends time in race mode, showcasing firmer steering, throttle response, and chassis behavior. Interfaces and tech. Instrument cluster digital readouts are clear and race-inspired. The infotainment unit is present but secondary, few distractions in pursuit of the perfect lap. Red stitching and carbon accents punctuate the interior without excessive flash. Daily use versus track bias. The reviewer contrasts everyday usability with track-focused behavior. Yes, it's low and stiff, but manageable in comfort with bumpy road engaged. Parking can be tricky, but daily use is feasible, though only if you're prepared to sacrifice convenience for performance. On the flip side, Unleashing its full potential on a tarmac ribbon or track is intoxicating. The Pista lives for apexes, corner exit GS, and the razor-sharp focus induced by its F1-derived technologies. Price, exclusivity, and legacy. The host tackles cost. When new, pricing hovered around $350,000 to $400,000, depending on options like carbon rims and racing seats. Only about 1,000 Pistas, coupe/Spider, were ever made, lending exclusivity that justifies Ferrari's tailor-made customization. This positions it as one of the few track-grade cars you can legally drive daily. Place in Ferrari lineage. The review emphasizes Ferrari's V8 flagship status, from 458 Speciale to GTB, culminating in Pista. Clarkson's declaration of it as Supercar of the Year in 2019 is noted. It's the zenith of Ferrari's twin-turbo V8 era, preceding the F8 Tributo. Verdict. The video concludes with a decisive recommendation. For thrill-seekers craving racetrack performance without limitations of electrification or hybrid systems, the 488 Pista is a masterclass. It's raw, pure, and addictive. The host gives a strong endorsement, calling it one of the purest supercar experiences available and urging viewers to experience it firsthand if possible. The driving footage, sound recordings, and detailed breakdown reinforce that conclusion. Final thoughts. Ferrari 488 Pista stands out as a landmark in internal combustion supercars. Design, bold and functional, creating 20% more downforce while looking sensational. Powertrain, a 720 PS twin-turbo V8 that dances like a not-applicable legend, thanks to racing-derived internals. Performance, insane acceleration matched with track-savvy chassis tech. Sound, one of the most emotional ICE experiences with a soundtrack to die for. Practicality, earthly usable, but uncompromising, inhabiting the space between supercar and track weapon. Rarity, limited production, bespoke customization, and a moment in Ferrari's timeline make it collectible. In conclusion, the Ferrari 488 Pista is less a car and more a statement. That raw, analog excitement hasn't yet been extinguished. The video review encapsulates this beautifully, combining sharp commentary, exhilarating footage, and technical insight to build an immersive case for Ferrari's V8 pinnacle.